Hello. Hopefully this is already, there we go. Hey, hello there. I think this is live now. But, hi. I am talking about my days on Tumblr and the sort of thing that came along in my life because of that. It was a sort of different part of my life. It was a tough time in my life. I'm trying to kind of configure everything. And yes, I was a social justice warrior at the time because can everybody hear me? I actually can't even see the chat. Okay, everyone can. You can't hear me. Okay. So, my time on Tumblr. It was interesting. It was the beginning of 2014. And it started with the Vampire Diaries. The whole the TV series, The Vampire Diaries. That's how it started. Okay. That's and so okay. I didn't have any pronouns, okay? I wasn't that bad. I was not as bad as some, but I was definitely a feminist. I'm gonna look and pull up okay. Yes. Vampire Diaries was pretty gay, but I loved it. So what got me started was that I really liked this one ship. I really liked it, so I got some I developed a few friendships with people because of it, and that really that was one of the reasons. That was how I really got into Tumblr, and that was really where I kind of a downfall. So what happened is that I ended up doing, and it sounds super porn like, but no, it was I did ships, or not ships, role playing. Yeah, I used to do role playing on Tumblr, not the sexual kind, although sometimes it. Never mind. I'm just gonna pull up my blog that I had. It was, let's see. Okay. Here we go. Can I? I'm trying to figure out how. Okay. There we go. Okay. This is my Tumblr. This is what it is. I actually made this. I made this layout or whatever. This is actually me. This was like a month ago. Yeah, I used to, let's see. I'll go back to some of my old posts. It was a pretty, I was relatively embarrassing. See how far it goes. Yeah. Okay. So I used to do role playing, which basically was a bunch of, you basically acted like you were these characters. I did it for literally years. About a year and a half. No, 2 years. 2.5 years. Yeah, this was 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago, and so I did it for about 2.5 years. I stopped, like, I did it took me a while to stop, but, yeah, a bunch of this stuff, um yeah, that was basically what I did, but that was not the, uh that was not the end of it, certainly not. I ended up in a really terrible place because what happened is that I had this group of friends that I had, and these friends, they were good friends. I still keep in touch with one of them, and I'm really good friends with the other. But one of these people uh, was mentally unstable, and by that I mean she was crazy, and I think she's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, all of that stuff. Basically, she cray. And that kinda kinda, that really, that was a really dark part of my life. I think I'm gonna, kind of explore that a little later, but yes, a mentally unstable person on Tumblr. Let's see, what happened is that I made a joke. Yeah, and this is full SJW kind of stuff. I made a joke, they were offended by it, and so they got everyone I was friends with to abandon me. I was, like, really very I was very connected with these people. I really did feel a deep connection with them, so I ended up really, really depressed because of that. Um, and let's just say it could have ended way worse than it did. I did. I was in college. I was a freshman in college. I had a dorm, and I had a bunch of friends in my dorm, and so I don't know why I even and I don't know why I even, ended up sinking into this, but I did. And so what happened is that I got really depressed. I stopped going to class. I failed all of my classes and had to I didn't drop out that semester, and I went back the next semester, and then I was still on Tumblr doing this, and I ended up failing out of college. And it was this really expensive college, like $40,000 a year. So it was not it was a bad idea. It was terrible. So I ended up failing out of college because of this crap. And so that was probably the darkest part. And also at the same time, I was dealing with kind of the fallout of a bunch of different things in my life. So I was a feminist and an SJW. I hated men because I might, come back to this a little later, but all of the biggest problems in my life have been kind of caused by men, and I've resolved everything, but at that time I hadn't, and so I really had this deep hatred of men. And so that was honestly that was honestly that was why I was feminist. I had I had all the talking points. Let's see, we could not talk politics in my house because I would always bring up things like Black Lives Matter. I would bring up feminism. I would bring up how the United States was evil and we were going, it was bad. and and so I couldn't actually, there was no way, um I was like basically gone at that point. And finally it was actually funny. The reason why I ended up actually kind of converting from being an SJW was because I saw this post. Actually, let me see if I can find the blog. Um, I found this blog that had a bunch of fails of SJWs, and it was hilarious, and so it converted me. Um, let's see. Let me see. I'll screen share. When was this? This was in 2015 when I kind of turned, but I didn't actually stop Tumblr for a while. Um, but this was the blog that really actually um, I saw a funny post on here and some like on my dash or whatever, and I was still like a real liberal. And yeah, it was in August. So and then I ended up looking up some more things, and Paul Joseph Watson. I found Paul Joseph Watson, and it went downhill from there. So that was pretty much what, uh, um, that was pretty much how it all went. Uh, but actually, how my family reacted to my political views. I grew up in a very conservative family, very Republican, and so because I live in the South, and so that's yeah. Well, it was back before he is a little cow now, but he did really get me. He was funny, and so that was the reason why I ended up converting. But I grew up in a family that was very conservative, and so the fact that I was a social justice warrior who literally, I was like, Hillary, this woman, she's not that bad. I don't understand why everyone's so critical of Hillary. Basically, yes. If so we can make you laugh, we can convert you. Basically, that's how it happened. I saw how ridiculous social justice warriors were, and so ended up liking the other side. Um, so it was pretty much that. That was pretty much what it came from. I was just pointing and laughing at them. But yes, um, but I grew up in a very conservative family, and so I really I clashed with them when I was more progressive, and then I came back, and then although there was this one point in time in 2015, about was it September of 2015, where I kind of got weird for like a week there with some 9/11 truther, and um I got some 9/11 truther times there. So that was that was an interesting part. Uh, right after I came back from being an XJW, and I wasn't that bad actually. There were a few posts that I had, um, and there were a few posts that I have where one that I got a bunch of flack for. Let's see if I can find it. And let's see. Um, you might not be able to see it because it's such a small text. But right here, this right here. Okay, so I'm gonna read it out for you. This actually got me a lot of flack back when I was an SJW, but this, I said, okay, I'm going to say my opinion on this shit once and for all. Misogyny is a hatred of women. It is sexism taken to a level deep and utter hatred. Isn't just prejudice. It's where honestly you feel like women have absolutely no rights. They're the lower than dirt. They don't give a shit about their rights as human beings because they don't believe they have any. That being said, I hate misogyny. I think the people who support that shit are the scum of the earth. But do you know what else are scum of the earth, in my opinion? Of course, I was conflating people who were misogynist with child rapists, serial killers, and evil dictators. So I mean that was whatever. But also this right here. Oh, and there's one more group of people, misandrists. Funny enough, not a lot of people use the term misandry. Even to the point where my spell check is actually telling me it's not a proper word, but it is. Misandry is the flip side of misogyny. It's a complete and utter hatred of men to the point where you don't think that they have any rights as human beings. And you know what? It's just as detestable, as misogyny in my mind. So when I was a social justice warrior, I still thought that misogyny was evil. So I was not that bad. That was honestly basically that was basically but yeah, no, but when I was still a SJW, I thought the misandry was bad. So I wasn't as bad as it could have been. So I didn't dye my hair. I did not dye my hair. That was never something I did. I was yeah, basically someone said SJW light, and I was basically in a social justice warrior a diet SJW. But I was still an SJW. It still happened. And so it was still a pretty dark part in my life. And and so yeah, it was a real dark time in my life. Actually, I also had another blog that has like 6,000 followers. I think it was for gifs. I used to make gifs of the Vampire Diaries. Let's see. You can see this. This was I Make Gifts. And yeah. This was a character that I used to idolize. So she was pretty cool. But yeah, I also made gifts of, let's see if I can get it. Next page. Ooh, here, I'll show you this. I actually dyed my hair because of this person, so that is why I have this color of hair. Why are you guys still talking about? I've seen a few things about 9/11 still. I don't know why you're still talking about 9/11. I did not make porn gifts, but I did make gifts that were kind of like porn. I mean, this is kind of No, I did say I didn't dye my hair. I didn't dye my hair an ungodly color. I dyed my hair I dyed my hair this color, brown. Just brown. This color. That's the color I have or did, or whatever. Actually, I can show you guys some of my YouTube videos from back then. Yes, I did do YouTube back then. No one actually watched it. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I still had them. It was fun, and it's cringy. Actually, that one is it? Yeah. I don't know why I forgot what I was gonna say. I was saying, let's see. I'm trying to find a video of me back when I was younger. I do have that one video of me eating the crackers. That was from back then. But this, let's see. Okay. Hopefully you can actually hear this. I'm not sure. Can you hear things when you have them? Can you hear things when you have them on the screen? Or do I have to unplug my headphones? Can someone confirm? You can't hear this, right? Please tell me. No, I am blonde. Yeah, I was blonde back then. Okay. I will unplug this and if you can hear it. And you guys voted on what I should do to change it up. And so here are the results of that. You got 3 votes for speak the entire time in a British accent. Sing something, 1. That was actually me. 4 is say a few of Catherine's lines or something awesome like that. So that would be the winner. And then you don't have to do anything. Your Monday videos are awesome and shit. So apparently you guys think that they're boring. Fine. Anyways, apparently I'm going to be saying some of Catherine's lines, even though I don't really know what I'm going to say, which is probably why I probably should have figured that crap out before starting filming my video. I should probably edit this crap. Yeah, that was me. And I was completely different back then. And let's see some of my other videos. Yeah, I named it this Catherine Pierce to kind of conceal my identity, I guess, whatever. Ooh, this one's fun. People tell me that I sound really cute when I giggle, but I know for a fact that I don't. I sound like a demented
Idiot. It's not cute. It's really weird. It's not cute. And it just sounds funny, and I have like 15 different laughs. It just depends on what's making me laugh. There's really no other reason to for this video because I just can't stop laughing for no reason. I'm not cute when I laugh. I'm so ridiculous. Okay. Okay, that's all. There's no reason.
Yeah, that was me laughing. I that was me when I was 18. That was 3 years ago, and I obviously look a little bit different, but I still look pretty the same. I also talk the same as well. I was much different back then. There actually is a video where I am really cute at first, and then it just gets really depressing because I realized when it happened in my life, and I low-key attempted suicide like the night before, so it wasn't exactly that fun of a time. So that was. I don't care if Diet Coke. Someone says Diet Coke is bad for you. I don't care if it's bad for me. I drink it anyways. My whole family drinks it. I drink it. It's basically. I also actually used to make videos. I used to make fan videos of the Vampire Diaries. And where are they? I thought I was pretty. It actually gave me my Sony Vegas skills, which are still improving, but let's see. No. Let's see if I can screen share again.
I'm Catherine Pierce. I'm a survivor.
So yeah, that was I used to edit things. And I actually have another video from that time that has 42,000 views for some reason. Yeah, once when someone said that I had really good cleavage. I apparently had way better cleavage back then than I do now. But yeah, I have a video that has 42,000 views for some reason. People really like that fan. Fine. Cleavage. 1 second. I'm just gonna turn the camera off for a second, okay? I don't know why my cleavage changed, okay? It's just life. You know, sometimes you find new ways to to do things, and then you end up with less cleavage. It's a real problem, and it's something that I don't know why. Okay, my cleavage. That's my chair, by the way. I don't know why my cleavage would change. It just did. But the sounds you are hearing are my chair. Okay. Maybe this will be better. Maybe it's the lighting, but I do sometimes. Sorry, that's my chair. I think it might be the lighting. But it's mostly my choice in dress. I usually do things. I wear things differently than I used to. I also used to wear bras in a different way. But this is, if I show my cleavage, will you guys donate to me? Just kidding. You don't have to, obviously. But it just basically it's this is is someone talking about Holocaust denial in the chat? Because we're not. Oh my God, we're not. No, we're not doing Holocaust deniers right now. But yeah. Yes, at the time when I was a feminist, I did wear bras. And I was pretty hot. I actually will get you some of the pictures I have of me because yes, someone said Catherine was so much better than Elena. I agree wholeheartedly. That was why I had an entire I had an entire blog dedicated to Catherine Pierce that I did. I am not. Someone tell me in the chat, because obviously you can't see the chat, but in the broadcast later on, is telling me to watch The Greatest Story Never Told. No, I will not watch The Greatest Story Never Told right now. Maybe a little later, but I don't have the time currently. I am taking 16 hours, and I cannot watch a 6-hour documentary about Holocaust denial. I'm much more likely to watch a documentary about the Holocaust than Holocaust denial. Oh, I'm dropping frames. Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Is it better? Is it all better? But yeah, I'm although really honestly, I typically watch in my spare time. In my spare time, I typically watch documentaries about murderers because I like it. But I'm gonna find some pictures of me from back then because I was still pretty hot. Let's see. Ooh, actually, I'll show you this video. I'll show you this picture of my best friend. Because she is hot as fuck. And she'll be on our live stream at some point in time. soon, hopefully. Can I just show? Okay, fine. I'll just show my entire screen. This is her. Let me zoom in. Those are her knives. She has knives. She has a knife collection, which is pretty fun. She also but she will someone said, do you not see yourself as hot currently? I think of myself as hot all the time. Because I am a raging narcissist. Which really honestly, why are we still talking about the Holocaust? I'm not. We can talk about that a little later. This is about my Tumblr days, and I'm off of the Holocaust. Okay, so another thing. Yeah, that's my best friend. I met her on Tumblr. And I used to, yeah. Let me see. She does believe in the Holocaust. Someone asked if she believes in the Holocaust. She does. She's not a feminist. She is a libertarian. And she is going to be, at some point in time, probably, excuse me. At some point in time, she will end up being the president because she is going to be, she's going to be the president. That's just it's just fact. Because she's, you know, wait, okay. I'm not even, yeah, that, but yeah, she's interned for one of the Congress people. I'm not going to tell you who, but she interned with them. She apparently has a really rich sugar daddy, so that's pretty cool. And I told her to share, but she said no, which I think is pretty rude. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna have something like a sugar daddy who bought his last girlfriend a car, I think that you should share him with your best friend. I think it's only fair to share that person. I mean, it just you know, give the love around. I think that a threesome relationship would really be beneficial for everyone. And so that's, I think that she's really selfish for that. But those are just my thoughts on the matter. I actually, yeah. I'm trying to find. I can't. Well, no, it's not sharing the wealth. Someone said share the wealth sounds like communism. No, it's not communism. It's a sugar daddy. Okay, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. The sugar daddy gets the sugar, and he gives some cash in return. It's mutually beneficial. Okay, it's like basically you know, a more long-term prostitution, but classier. Not that much classier, but but yeah, actually, I need to find some of my older stuff. I've kind of purged my computer of a lot of the things that I used to have. So I don't have them anymore. Obviously, that's what happens when you purge things. But I really wish that I could find some of my I really wish that I could find some of my old documents because I have some um pretty interesting what are the old uh pretty interesting old papers that I had from way back when, but they're on a zip drive over there and I don't feel like getting up. This is a very uncomfortable chair, but it takes a long time to get out of it because it's like a kind of sucks you in. It's like a circle. It's a terrible chair. It's awful. And it really hurts me when I sit in the chair. Actually, you know, if I'm not gonna, I won't. I obviously I still have cleavage. I'll see if I can find another video. Excuse me, of me back from back then where I have some cleavage, so I can show you. I don't know what this one is, but here, screen sharing. Here we go. I don't know what that was. That was a weird sound I just made. Here we go.
Okay. Hi. I'm going to start this off by saying that you guys are a bunch of lazy assholes. Yeah. Good question. Just one question. From one person. And that person is Ellie, aka Caring and Daring. And you know what? For that, I am eternally grateful. You really are an amazing person, Ellie.
I actually had a falling out with her about 2 months later, and I don't know where she is now. So I'm not actually eternally grateful. I have no idea where the fuck she is. So you know, good job lying there, bitch.
And to answer your question, why don't we have any threads together? I don't know. I cannot think of a single reason as to why we don't have any threads going with our characters. Which honestly leads me to think that we should start something, I don't know, like tonight. Like whenever this video goes live and you watch it, I think you should perhaps maybe get started. Because there's a certain girl who plays Catherine. All of the different types of flavored breads.
Like
There's
what?
pumpkin, like random pumpkins. Well, anyways, since none of you fuckers gave me any conversation topics, I'm just gonna have to come up with some shit on my own. Like random conversation topic number 1, banana bread. Banana bread is my favorite of all of the different types of flavored breads. There's pumpkin, there's like cinnamon swirl. Pretty sure there's probably a type of bread that tastes like chocolate. But you know what? Screw all those. I like banana And banana muffins, for that matter. And banana pudding. Bananas and fruit salad. Bananas and smoothies. Hell, I like bananas on their own. They are my second favorite fruit. I like strawberries better than I like bananas, personally, but I do like banana bread more than I like any other kind of flavored bread, like I said. Random conversation topic number 2. What am I gonna say? I don't. I have a new quote for you guys. It's from probably my least favorite episode of Vampire Diaries so far, but
I don't know what was wrong with me.
obviously don't care enough to send me any questions.
I think I just stare at the camera for a while.
Oh, did you want me to finish this video? Stop this video for you? You're not the only one who's lazy asshole.
I think I just stare for like the next minute.
I'm just gonna stare into this camera. I'm just stare into this camera for as long as possible. Just to make you uncomfortable. No conversation topics for me. No video ending for you. It's not a nice one.
And then I get creepy.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
The fuck sort of shit is that? Why did I end a video like that? What was going through my mind when I did that? I have no idea because it doesn't make any sense. It's a terrible video ending. I think I'm probably gonna have to do that later. Later on. Yeah, definitely. Those were not live streams. Someone asked if they were live streams. No, they were not. They were just terrible. This was in 2014. I was 18. Yes, 18. I was 18. I'm enjoying this more than your new content. Well, I'm sorry. I'm in college. And maybe I should just start rambling on camera. I think I should probably do that. I think I probably actually am. And I'm going to who were you talking to? I was talking to my Tumblr friends. The bad ones. There were some of them were bad people. And yep. I should probably just do more of these live streams because they're easy and fun. And you know, I'm much I actually have a few different topics planned. Ooh, I'll show you one from when I was a redhead. So you've seen me blonde, you've seen me brunette. Here, see me as a ginger. Like I said, it was a very dark time in my life, so don't judge me for that, okay? Don't judge me for the fact that I used to be a ginger. It was a dark time in my life, okay? It was dark. I was going through some real things. So I was a ginger.
Hi. So, I'm bored. Like, really bored. And waiting for my cognition class, which is in like 30 minutes. So, for that 30 minutes, I don't have anything else to do but make this video because I look good and I can. Two best reasonings in the world. I honestly still don't have anything to talk about. So, this is again another jungle mess. I mean, if you're watching this, you're probably just as bored as I am.
And then, yeah, that was.
I've stuck with this for like a while now. I don't really know the exact amount of days. Nor do I really want to find out, or months, or whatever. It's just a really long time.
Someone asked if I was drunk in all my videos. No, I was never drunk in these videos. And I, so far, have only been drunk in one video. So that is the extent of my drunkenness. One video. You can guess which one.
Shocking and confusing. But I like it. It's a good kind of shocking and confusing.
Not high either.
In my time, I have written with some wonderful people. I've written and met and talked to and befriended some really wonderful people. And honestly, the talent that I have written with is just, it's insane.
Oh, by the way, I was talking about me role playing with a bunch of different people on Tumblr. Writing with meant role playing through words and writing and shit. So that was.
I mean, I have grown as a writer because of the wonderful people that have chosen to write with me. I mean, I've always thought of myself as a good writer, kind of, but I really kind of hit my stride, I guess. Don't really know what I'm talking about right now. You guys are awesome, basically. And I hope to write with all of you. Okay, so some shout outs, because I feel like it and I can. My friends. Obviously, I'm not going to shout out to people that aren't my friends. Do I even have friends? Do I? Julia, my wife. You are amazing. I love you. Ida, you are a precious cupcake.
By the way, Ida was a bitch who ruined my life, or almost ruined my life, made me want to commit suicide. So fuck that bitch. Fuck everything about her, and she can rot in hell. I'm done with this. This makes me sad. Okay. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to stop this soon because my sister is going to come back with her boyfriend. Still boyfriend, but will be fiance soon. Yeah, Ida, she wasn't as bad as this other person. I mean, she wasn't as crazy as like really crazy, but because there was this one girl who she literally, and I can go into more detail later with this, but this one girl, she hated me because I ignored her once, and this is the kind of real emotional stability you get on Tumblr. She was so mad at me because I ignored her once that she decided to spread rumors around to everyone that I associated with. And so basically she tried to spread rumors around to everyone that I did a few things, specifically one thing in particular, that I slept with my stepfather to spite my mother. That never happened. And it's crazy that someone would think that they could like spread that rumor around, because it isn't really. Why are we talking about whatever? But yeah. I've had some real terrible. That's why I basically only associate with the small amount of girls, because bitches be cray. Yeah. Oh, she also catfished me. And then she ended up. It was weird, and she kept telling me to like. She kept telling me she was gonna pray for me, which, I mean, considering the fact that she was crazy as fuck, kind of like, she's gonna pray for me. Fine, you go do that. You go do that, sweetie. But you're crazy. So you go, maybe get some therapy, and I'll pray for you. Bless it. Yeah. Why the fuck are we talking about lifting capabilities, FAP and no FAP? It just seems a bit. Apparently jacking off and whatever. I'm not even. I'm looking at this chat and there's this side conversation going on. We're just gonna yeah. Anyways, I think I'm probably gonna have to sorry, I think I'm probably gonna have to stop this because I'm not gonna show my feet because my sister's coming home. She always forgets some things for me, right? Yeah, I should probably get my own house. Except for I don't have any money, so that's kind of the only thing stopping me from that one. But anyways, are any of my classes interesting? Yes, some of my classes are interesting. Sorry, some of my classes are very interesting. I've got this class in international electronic media, and it's very interesting. We are now learning about what is it? We're learning about propaganda, which kind of the origins of propaganda, and kind of what that really what kind of impact it has. And so that's one of the classes that I find very interesting. And then I'm also taking this sex and violence in the media class. And while I know it's going to get really SJW a little later on, right now it's pretty interesting. And also, let's see, I'm taking a logic class, but half of it, I missed one class, and that was apparently one of the very, very important classes. And so I'm kind of a bit lost, and I'm trying to kind of pick up things as I go along while reading my book. But yeah, I actually some of my classes are interesting, not as interesting as my media law class last semester that I'm still referring to. It was like by far my favorite thing. I'm not answering the question that someone asked. I'm just not answering it. I don't Yes, the someone asked, was the Maleficarum, is that how you pronounce it? Was that from one of my classes? Yes, that was my Sex and Violence in the Media class, and it was with a paper about it and the effects of some of the things it's some of the things having to do with it. Its influence in the world. It was actually very interesting. It's very interesting how much of an effect that a lack of knowledge and kind of a and like a kind of a malleable public can, it really kind of affects that very powerful books and really powerful leaders can have on a very malleable public. Because I mean, without access to easy information, which came after the invention of the printing press, which right before that, the whatchamacallit, the book that I'm referring to came along in like the 1400s, the 15th century, and the printing press was not invented until early 1600s or 1500s. I'm not sure. Whatever. Don't quote me on that. But I probably should do a quick Google search, but I'm kind of in the middle of a point here. But yeah, no. But before the easy kind of before the free press and like press came to people, it was very easy to manipulate people because it's really it's I'm very passionate about the fact that I think that without a free press and an easy access to information, of course these days information is very easily accessible, but no one really actually accesses it. But it honestly, I think that a informed public is really it really benefits everyone when the public is informed about things, and that's what obviously a free press is about. And that's that I'm very passionate about free speech. I probably should do an entire live stream on that. I could probably talk your ear off about how much I love it. But yeah, I mean, without information, you don't know what's going on, so you can't really discern what to do. It's just when when freedom of the press and that idea came along, the church especially, and all that, they had an extreme amount of power because they were the only ones who had books that were they were the only ones who had access to books in most communities. And someone asked, what about your new free speech project? How's it going? It's going pretty good. I'm kind of putting it on pause because I've got a lot of things going on in my classes, but I am trying to do a little bit every day for it. But yeah, I've got a good basis of information for that, for all of that. It might take a while to get it all together because I got my classes and it will take a lot of information and kind of gathering up. Yes, before Gutenberg invented the printing press, the only books that were available were that which was written by monks and also very educated people in different parts. But basically, the only information around was from the church. So those were the only people who were literate. Those in the church, like bishops and whatever. I don't even know the real way that the Catholic Church is kind of organized. I don't care. I'm not Catholic. So, but that is, but those are the only ones who were literate for the most part that I know of. And so when the printing press came along, not only were people like average people able to get information, also it sparked the Reformation in the church, which then kind of sparked literally pretty much everything else. So, I mean, it's the printing press was one of the most invaluable inventions in history, in my opinion. So, I mean, that's just that's my opinion. And so yeah, if you have a if you have a free press, if you have the access to information, I mean, that's what dictators, they always, the thing they go for first is information. If you have a weak and uninformed public, then you have a much better chance of controlling them. And so that's pretty much what, I mean, if you have access, if you're the only one who has access to the information, like Cuba, for example, they don't have access to the internet as we know it. The only information they have is underground. So that's how they keep them in line, because they don't have they don't have the right information because they aren't given it. So that's pretty much what yeah. Okay, Grizz Frank, you're getting go home. You're drunk. Go home. Once you start spouting about the New World Order, stop it. Okay? Stop it. Someone asked, how long do you have on your degree? Not sure. I'm a journalism major, and so that is basically, yeah, someone said North Korea is basically the same, and that is completely true. The only information they have is from the North Korean government, and so that's what they talk. But yeah, someone asked, still answering the degree question. I do have there's this one class that I took last semester that I poured so much of my time into, and I forewent social fun and any kind of barely any fun for this one class, and I didn't pass it because of my professor. He was a piece of work, and so he failed me, and so I I'm not sure, because that was kind of like the gateway to all of the information that or all the classes that I can take to graduate with. But I'm not going to answer that question. You know what question you're asking? I'm not going to answer it. I don't want to answer that question. Go figure it out. Sorry. Do you believe the frogs are gay? Yes, I do. I think that they are putting chemicals in the water that turns freaking frogs gay. I'm not gonna put a shoe on my head. I don't have a shoe nearby. I'm not shoe on head. I'm not putting a shoe on my head. But yeah, I actually am surprisingly at a pretty conservative campus. So I don't actually have. I've only had one professor who was. I only have one professor who was liberal, which kind of feeds into my everyone from Oregon is awful. Although Jeff Holiday is one of the only people, the holidays are the only people from Oregon that I know of that are not terrible people. But everyone else that I have ever met from Oregon, my least favorite kind of people. Mainly because of this one real whinge. So, yeah, well, you're the one who keeps telling me to show my feet. You say you're from Oregon. I completely think that, yeah, Baron Cab, I used to have an opinion. Now I have conformed to the patriarchy, and I realize that girls don't have opinions. So, I mean, the only opinions I have are coming from the patriarchy. So, that's, I don't have a banana. Someone asked to put a banana in my head. I don't have any banana. Oh, this is, me? Have I been diagnosed with ADD or ADHD? I have been diagnosed with ADHD since I was 8. I have been taking medication since I was 8. So yes, I do have that thing. I'm not going to, no. It's not worth my dignity. Oh my God. Woo! Thank you, Baron Cab, for $2 from your patriarchy fund. I enjoy that patriarchy fund. Someone asked, how do you think we can fix the education system? I think that, well, I mean, honestly, one of the biggest problems that the education system has is the fact that the good teachers, I mean, okay, one thing that really needs to change with the whole education system is that I think standardized testing should stop. I think standardized testing is awful. I think that it should focus on actually teaching kids real things and not like just to pass a test. That's absolutely ridiculous. So I think that probably something that that should probably, it's something that should happen. I think that standardized testing is terrible. Also, I think that that especially in places like, in the inner city, in places that are very disadvantaged and that typically are filled with racial minorities, I think that there should be more of an incentive, and not like a punishment, but like an incentive for teachers to, especially young teachers, but ones that have a real passion. I don't know how to do this, but I think that I think that good teachers should be teaching in those places, which of course, obviously good teachers want to be in a good place, like a nice suburban place, but it's unfortunate. I don't really have a real answer, but I think that standardized testing should definitely be stopped because yes, someone said it's very difficult to keep up with your racing thoughts, and you actually, I think that was probably on purpose. You constantly interrupting yourself. My sister is home, by the way, so I think I'm gonna have to go soon. But yes, it is hard to follow me. I am very scattered. Hi. Are you done? No. Oh, okay. But I am stopping soon. Oh, okay. It'll be a funny story. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go soon, or right now, actually. But thank you to everyone who joined me. I think this will become a more regular thing. My sister's not going to come on the stream. But I think that I will be doing this probably. Yes, Raider is around, but he. One second. Hey, Alexa! Alexa! Can you bring Raider in here? Yes, my sister believes in the Holocaust. She actually went to Germany. Hi, Raider! 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 Yes, my sister's name is the Amazon. I don't care that I just talked my own sister, okay? She doesn't care. Get Samantha. You want to go get Samantha? Where's Samantha? Go get her. Raider! Oh, for fuck's sake. Raider. Come here. Hey! Hey! Go get Samantha. Hey! Right here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, you don't jump. Don't. Here. Right here. Oh. Hi. You jerk. Hey, you sit. You sit. No, stop it. High five. Good boy. No, I am. Come here. We're hi. Okay. We're good. No, it's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go soon. By the way, if you want to know how to spell his name, R-A-I-D-R. That is how you spell it. Raider. R-A-I-D-R. Anyways, this is the end of it all. And thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry. God. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for joining me. And I will be probably doing this a little more often because it'll really fit in with my schedule a little better. And so that yeah, I'll probably be doing this a little more. But thank you so much for joining me. And I and I will see you guys later. I'm very bad at endings, so that we all knew that. I already knew that coming in. We all know that. If you're subscribed to me, you should know that I'm bad at endings. So, anyways, that's how I'm gonna end this. Just awkwardly. What social skills?